Hi everyone. Hope all is well with you and your family. Jim, myself, and our PAC committee wanted to give you an update on our scouting program. As the COVID pandemic continues to go on, we've continued to look at ways we can deliver a quality program for your family. Despite what's been going on, we think we've been pretty successful. Since the summer, we've had a canoeing trip, the rocket launch, the Halloween trunk or treat, roadside cleanup service project, and most recently our food drive. Given the uptick in COVID cases and the further restrictions that have been coming with that, our challenge for providing our program is only becoming greater. We've already been prevented from using the school for our PAC events, and now with the increased restrictions, we'll be unable to use any indoor space for our larger events. The cold and dark of fall are also limiting our outdoor opportunities. That being said, we are committed to scouting on. Jim is going to talk more about the details, but we intend to hold our next PAC meeting on Zoom, and DENS will continue to meet in person as long as our families feel comfortable. Earning badges and awards is a great way to motivate our scouts and reward them for what they've learned. As you know, usually we give out our awards at PAC meetings, but since we can't do that face-to-face in the short term, we'll start getting them out to the DEN leaders for distribution at their DEN meetings, or we'll start mailing them out so the scouts can continue to be rewarded for what they do and what they learn. We're hoping that we can get through the winter months, and with warm weather, more daylight, and the coming availability of a vaccine, we're hopeful that we can get back to the scouting program that we want to deliver. I also want to let you know our charter is due this month. When we re-charter each year, we have to make a payment of dues for each child. This year we saw a dramatic increase in the fees that are paid to the national organization in the amount of $96 per scout. The good news is that due to our history of successful fundraising and our prudent management of our costs, our local tabernacle organization has some ability to absorb some of this impact. Our plan is to charge $100 in dues this year. $96 would go to national and $4 would go to our local PAC. We realize that this is a lot to ask of our families when the program we're providing is uncertain, and so we want to give you some options. If you know Jim and I, hopefully you know that we're committed to this program, and if you're willing and able, we would appreciate if you could pay the full amount. If that is a challenge for you, as an alternative, you could pay $50 now and $50 later in the spring. And finally, if that is also a challenge, we'd be willing to accept a single $50 payment. Just be aware that whichever option you choose, no matter what, we will still need to pay $96 per scout to our national organization, and the difference will come out of our savings. Regarding fundraising this year, we will be running an online popcorn sales program, and we hope to reschedule the Fall Festival to this coming spring. We'll provide more information about that in the near future. Now I'm going to hand it off to Jim to talk a little more about our plans for the program.
Thank you, John, and hello, Scout families. As John mentioned, this has been a challenging year for Scouting and for our PAC. Unfortunately, we are still unable to use school and township buildings to hold our events, and COVID restrictions for gathering indoors further prohibits our ability to get together as a PAC. It pains me to see some of our events that we have done for a number of years with our Scouts be canceled, such as Christmas caroling at Medford Lee's, escorting Santa at the Tabernacle tree lighting, and our Christmas party, which Santa always seems to know about and stop by on his big blue sleigh. With that said, our PAC and DEN leaders met last week, put our heads together, and we are committed in scouting on, with some fun activities and programs for our Scouts. In place of the annual holiday party this year, on Tuesday, December 22nd, we will be having a Zoom event. We are planning some fun play-along activities and other holiday stuff. More information will follow, but please mark your calendars to spend that night bringing in the holidays with our Scouts. In January, with the help of Boy Scout Troop 439, we will be holding our very own Cub Scout version of the Klondike Derby. The Klondike is an outdoor event held every year for Boy Scouts that involves winter camping and participating in a number of outdoor activities, such as first aid, fire building, pushing a homemade sled through an obstacle course, and other scouting skills. We will not be camping, but with the troops' help, we will have a modified version of their Klondike Derby for our Cub Scouts to have some fun with. This will likely be at the end of January. It's an outdoor event, and we are working with our Boy Scouts right now in putting this together, so more information will follow. On February 28th, we will be having our annual Pinewood Derby race. COVID restrictions in place at that time will dictate how we hold the races and where, but I assure you that the show will go on either in person or virtual. The Scouts will build their cars at home, and more details will follow about race day, but please mark it on your calendar. Pinewood Derby, Sunday, February 28th. First race will be approximately noon, and the races usually last a couple of hours. These are a few of our PAC events we are planning. As we learn more about where we are in February, we will continue to plan for spring events. I am hopeful we can have our Blue and Gold dinner this year, and we are tentatively scheduling that for Sunday, April 18th. In the meantime, our dens will also continue to meet to work on their rank requirements and have some fun with their smaller units. If you have not yet heard from your den leader, please be patient. I assure you that they will get with you once they have figured out some needed logistics in holding their meetings. We are continuing to scout on. However, first and foremost, we want to keep our scouts as safe as we can. As a general guideline, our leaders and our pack will be following New Jersey state guidelines in place at the time of a meeting or event to the best of our ability. Of course, there may be times where this is difficult or challenging. However, with everyone's help, I am confident we can do our best to keep our scouts safe while having fun and scouting on. Thank you to our pack and den leaders. Thank you to all of our parents, grandparents, family members, and other Aquila who help keep our pack strong. And thank you for your efforts in scouting on for our boys and girls and providing scouting program. As always, if you have any concerns, feedback, or ideas for the pack, please don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you, stay safe, and have a wonderful holiday season.